Hi everyone. So this is our Spirit Week calendar planning document. If you've been here for a few years, then you know what this is. If you're new to our staff, this is everything you need to know for Spirit Week, at least I hope so. So I'm just going to point out a couple important things on here because there's lots of resources, but some of them are more important than others. So next week for Spirit Week, you'll need to know who's out of class. That's this link right here that says see who is out of class. If you click on that, it will tell you, it'll take you to the spreadsheet and it will tell you who is missing what lunches on what day. So on Monday, Lily and Emmy, who's in Simmons fourth period and Nimick's fourth period, are missing fourth period. So it's important to take a peek at this because I typically don't send kids with passes. It just becomes a lot to juggle and manage and they lose them. So that's where you'll find that if you need to verify for any of your students. All of these things are kind of things that your students, you can share with your students. They'll hear the AM announcements in the morning, but sometimes staff find it helpful to know what they said if it's hard to hear, like in PE or something like that. Spirit Week flyer is just to go in the hallways, but if you want it for a quick reference for your classroom, you're welcome to print that. And then the slides there, that's this top one here, those are created so that if you want to go through them with your students just to let them know what each day is, it kind of gives some instructions on like, oh, this is what you could wear this day. It's especially helpful for our sixth graders on this first Spirit Day because they don't really know like what is normal. All right, so that's that. And then if you go over to resources for teachers, these top two resources are really the most important. So assembly procedures, supervision, and instructions. You'll want to click on that. It will take you to a document that looks like this, and it just kind of shows you where everybody sits when you come into the gym. So if you're in 8th grade and you're on this side, you're entering through this doorway. If you're a 7th grade class, you're going to enter through the outside doorway. So you're going to go out the front of the school and then in. This helps us to prevent traffic jams, and it's really important that people read and know where they're going. So this document's been updated. You can take a peek. It just kind of gives you the rundown on assemblies and where you want to be seated. And then partway down the document, there is an assembly behavior expectations video, which you will share fourth period on Friday. And we have found that showing this really helps students to understand what they expect, what is expected of them at a spirit assembly. You know, we're having a good time and having fun, but we still have some things that we need them to do as far as like behavior and, you know, all that good stuff. And then that video is also linked on the front here if you just want a direct link to it. The old school's a fun little dance that we do at some spirit assemblies if we have extra time. So if you want a brain break, especially for your sixth graders who have never done it before, that's a good one. And then if you want to practice spirit cheers, we have practiced those with our sixth graders multiple times already this year through web activities, but you're welcome to do that. And then ASB resources, if you want to know what's happening in the assembly, you're welcome to take a little peek here, but definitely not necessary. And then dance, please read the dance dismissal procedures. Our dance is dismissed a little funky. It's not just a free-for-all and everybody leaves. We dismiss by hallway, so it'll be important that you take a peek at that. Let's see, and then I think the calendar. So let's take a quick look at the calendar. So down below, I have everything kind of organized by days. So you'll see on Monday, it tells you our Spirit Day. If there's a modified bell schedule, you'll see it here. You'll see them linked on Wednesday and Friday for you. And then before school, we don't have much going on for our first Spirit Week, but we do have our Spirit Week competition that takes place during first period. So you'll notice over here it says first period. And so you want to click on this and you want to go ahead and submit the Google form about who's participating in your first period. And if you are one of our top 3 to 5 classes, depending on how many prizes and ties we have, then we will deliver you a treat by the end of first period. So it's really cool. Your class gets prizes like right away. Students definitely feel left out if they don't get a chance to participate in that. So please make sure that you're trying to do that if at all possible. Food drive collection. So food drive collection occurs on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we are putting those towards Spirit Week points, and we do have a grade level Spirit Week prize this time. So you'll want to be sending your food in when first period comes around to collect. That will be a totally separate explanation for me, but just know that that's happening during Spirit Week. And then finally, last thing, lunch activities, and then taking a peek at Friday. So those important documents from above, I've just linked them on the days when you need them so that you can quickly reference what you actually need for that day. And if you have questions or need anything, always, always, always get a hold of me. Let me know. I will be there to help. All right, happy Spirit Week. Looking forward to it. See you soon.